Welcome to Flywheel, podcast where we spin up strategies to turn your digital efforts into unstoppable momentum. Now, let's get that flywheel. Professor X, did you see quant today?
Yes, I hear that it's moving up.
Dude, it dropped down to 72, low 72s, and now it's like 70, almost $79.
Yeah, it was like 73, 75 yesterday, right? So it's taking a shift up. I'm excited to see where this is going to go. I think everything that's happening, I think it's about to take off. I think this entire ecosystem is like, yeah. So how was your day down at we went right into it, Dave.
Yeah, that kind of got me excited when I saw that.
I see. But I'm glad it's Friday. What do you got? Anything planned for the weekend?
No, nothing planned yet.
All right, then let's get it. Let's go. I know that you're chomping at the bit here. Let's go.
All right. Today we're going to speak about our last ISO 222 project. Hopefully you guys will be excited with this one. Our last one that we're going to discuss is the XDC Network. XDC Network. Yeah.
Can I just say something before we continue?
Okay.
Yeah. For our listeners, this is one of the projects that's near and dear to me, if you will. I think this has got the greatest upside, and this is not financial advice, but please give us your undivided attention on this one. I'm not saying that this is the best, but it's one important piece to this entire ecosystem. So please, when Digital X is about to go down into the tokenomics and the fundamentals of this project, please keep the focus and understand this information.
All right. So the XDC network, before Professor interrupted me, let me start over again. All right, we're going to talk about the XDC network. So hopefully you guys could pay close attention to it. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but I'm going to give you like an overview where you'll be able to grasp information, and then you can also go look up and see more about it. So the XDC network was originally known as Zinfin Network, and it was founded in 2017. Actually, it was founded by 3 individuals, just like yesterday. I had difficulty saying a few individuals' names, so I'm going to leave that for Professor X because he's been practicing that all day. So it's headquartered in Singapore. The project aimed to bridge traditional finance with blockchain technology, and it was focusing on efficiencies in global trade and finance, such as slow processes that we currently have, lack of transparency that we see with the logistics paperwork, and high fees and costs that are affiliated with shipping. So it's supposed to pinpoint those areas and fix those and enhance that. So like I said, it combines a public and private blockchain features to create a hybrid platform, and it's optimized for enterprise use. So initially, this project was developed as a fork off of Quorum on the Ethereum blockchain back in 2017, 2018 era. And then XDC, this is actually built as a proof of stake consensus protocol. And this was launched on 2019, 2019 for mainnet. When I say mainnet, you're able to purchase it as a retail investor from the exchanges. So in 2021, XDC Foundation, the community was driven by the XDC Foundation to support its governance and growth. And the network has positioned itself as a EVM-compatible Layer 1 blockchain, enabling seamless migration for Ethereum developers while prioritizing enterprise-grade security, KYC for validators, and real-world applications. So, Professor X, do you want to add some things to what I've said?
Yeah, sure. So I want to give you the names of the individuals, the founders of this. There are 3 gentlemen that are actually, 2 gentlemen that are founders and co-founder. They're Indians by nationality. Their founders' names are Ritesh Kakad and Atul Kakade. So their leadership was really strategic in developing this network. And I myself have been involved in this project as an investor dating back to 2020. So got in really early. So we've seen the evolution of this project and what it intends to solve as a problem. Or it's not even a problem, it's actually a full revamp of the system of trade finance. That includes, I'll let Digital X get into it, but it's strategic. It's a very important cog in this system. Yeah, that's for right now. I'll leave it at that, and then let Digital X continue with the tokenomics and what have you.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the tokenomics of the project. XDC is the native utility token of the XDC network. So this means it's designed for long-term stability, enterprise adoption, and it also incentivizes the network for network participation. So the total supply of this coin is a little over 38 billion coins. Circulating supply is currently at about half that amount, around 19 billion and change. Transaction fees on this is very minimum, like we discussed with all the other projects that we discussed in the previous episodes. It's very minimal. What else? What else you want to say? Okay. Yeah, like I said about the utility purpose for this particular project, XDC, the coin initially serves as a fuel for the network. It enables efficient, low-cost operations, primarily utilities. The primary utilities include transaction fees, staking and security, governance, tokenization and DeFi, which powers RWA tokenizations, smart contracts, and interoperability. So when I say transaction fees, I mean it pays for gas on smart contracts, transfers, and operations. So the coin is used for those features. Then for staking, like if you want to earn yield on the coin, you can actually have it staked on the XDC, I think the XDC network, right, Professor X?
Yep. It's on XDC Network.
Okay, so you can basically stake XDC to run masternodes, but the bad thing about it is you need, I believe, 10 million, right? 10 million.
10 million XDC. It's not real. Yeah, go ahead.
As a retailer, it's not practical, right? But if you're an institution or something, yeah. If you have a capital to purchase 10 million coins at this time, yeah, then it's easy to do. But like people like you and I, when we have it, especially when we're investing into all these other projects as well, it's not practical. But if you are able to do it, that's a great thing. For governance, it also has that governance. They use XCC for the governance features, right? So it gives you voting rights for protocols, upgrades, validator elections, and ecosystem decisions. So if you hold a certain number of XDCs and you have governance rights to vote for certain things that you may want to see on this network.
Yeah.
So when we spoke about tokenization and DeFi, it offers, right? So with the tokenization and DeFi features, it allows trade instruments, invoice bonds, cross-border payments, and stablecoin integrations. And the stablecoin of choice that they use is USDC. Professor X, you want to add to that, or?
Well, yes. Digital X, you mentioned that it was initially XinFin Network, right? So it was the consensus model evolution went from XinFin delegated proof of stake, which is referred to as XDPOS system, and has evolved into XDC 2.0. So that's a protocol that they later upgraded into or introduced, and the major consensus upgrade publicly summarized as using chained hot stuff Byzantine fault tolerance. You referred to one of the other protocols as a Byzantine network, right? So the mechanics and which one was that, Digital X? Do you remember? Byzantine, I think it was Algorand, was it?
Algorand, I think I believe H bar as well.
H bar, yeah. So so the mechanics and committee selection, it's per epoch aimed at stronger security, and we refer to all of these coins as finality, right? So institutions, they don't buy speed, because this one only has not only but 2,000 transactions per second, I believe, right? But they don't buy that speed. What the institutions look for is they buy predictable finality, and we talked about deterministic finality on all of these coins and protocols, right? So they buy predictable finality and auditability and operational continuity, right? So XDC is a project right now that is severely undervalued, and this is not financial advice, but even when we got in, it was really undervalued. We got in very early, so we're able to, for little amount of investment, we're able to get a significant amount of coins. Sorry, it's its own chain, so it's coins. So that being said, right now its all-time high was what, 11 cents, Digital X? 11 or 12 cents, I believe it was.
18
cents.
19,
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, somewhere up there.
Yeah, so right now it's significantly undervalued. Even today, it's at sitting around 4.5 cents or 4.4 cents. So that being said, it's evolving. Not many people know about this project. However, it is going to be a very important piece in trade, supply chain, typically everything to do with trade finance, right? So settlements. Again, it's a settlement layer coin, and that means that it is absolutely required. It's not speculative, though the price is really insignificant at this point, but it will be very significant down the line, and that's not financial advice. Go ahead, Doc.
Yes, as Professor X was discussing trade finance, XDC is used for digitizing trade finance. So what I mean by that is it tokenizes the instruments like invoices, letter of credit for faster, transparent funding. So it reduces the cost of blockchain partnerships with ITFA and trade tech enable NFT based transactions, So basically, it helps supply chain management enhance traceability, secure data exchange, and automation. And also it supports the SMEs and global logistics with low fee, high speed settlement. So I mean, this is just one of those projects that has its own use case, right? And this trade finance is a huge sector. Imagine all the logistics, all the transportation through container ships and air cargos, and even just regular mail, FedEx, UPS, you name it. Anything that's shipped out, this is going to tokenize it. So
and
imagine
seamlessly
the amount
moves in, right? It facilitates everything seamlessly.
So overall, XDC excels in regulated high-stakes sectors where speed, security, and cost efficiencies are critical. So positioning it as a leader in hybrid blockchain for global finance. So take a look at it, guys, and see what you can find out about it if you're interested. I mean, it's always a good time to get in. Again, it's not financial advice.
Agreed. Yeah, like I said, of all the coins and token in this ISO 20022 framework and messaging systems, XDC stands to be the most value, biggest bang for your buck. It's sitting at 4.5 cents. I mean, the sky's the limit on this project. Again, this is my opinion and a very calculated and research-based opinion. This is one of those projects that can, from your investment, can produce a few 100% gains if you get in right now, right? So do your research on it first before just blanketly listening to what we say. We're just providing the fundamentals and the tokenomics and the partnerships and in this project. So we'll leave it at that. If you don't, is there anything else you want to add, Digital X, onto this?
No, I think we covered it. We did a brief overview, right? So it's not but don't want to confuse everyone with too much detail or going into depth. So I hope our audience goes and takes a look at it if they're not familiar with this project. If you are, you understand what it's about. Having said that, Professor Rex, you could flywheel out of here.
Absolutely. So for our audience and listeners, I just want to say this would conclude the 7 coins and 1 token series that we just did. Of course, in subsequent episodes, we're going to try to tie all of these projects into what's happening in the world today as it relates to the geopolitical narratives, the macroeconomics, all of that stuff, and what this ecosystem is actually facilitating in the new financial system that's being ushered in right in front of our eyes. Though we're not many people are not talking about it. The mainstream media is not talking about it, but this ecosystem is a very important piece in what's to come in the future in terms of digital finance. So with that said, I always say before we leave, engage with us in the comment section, ask questions. We'd like to address those questions in the comment section or in subsequent episodes. So please give us the feedback. And with that, the Crypto Flywheel is signing off. Thank you.
Thank you.